What's up? That music again.
All right, we're gonna do it again.
Hold on. Hit it again. Now. What's going on, Matt? What's going on?
Nada.
Nada. Another what?
Oh, get chills when I hear that song. It's the Bullet Club, but we'll discuss a little bit of that later.
Bullet Club. Bring up my chat.
So we got a little bit of stuff to get out of the way. We live or we?
Yeah, I'm live.
All right.
Just
Now I'm hoping that I can get I watched our last week's episode, and I'm fully aware of my sound quality is horrible. I don't know what's going on. But I sound robotic and whatnot. Not a big fan of that. But anyway, content is what it's all about.
right.
So
where we're at, we're gonna what? We got oh man. We got Monday Night Raw, NXT, AEW, right?
yeah, and then we're gonna talk a little bit at the end about TLC on Sunday.
TLC on Sunday.
The last pay-per-view of 2020.
And I will say this: I hope to God they bring their A game, because they got to make it or break it. I think it's gonna make or break the 2020 season. Just my thoughts.
Well, let's dive into this final Raw before the go home show, which, be honest with you, they should have just left it at home.
Yeah, because it sucked.
That was not a good show whatsoever.
100% agree. I mean, AJ Styles looked pretty tight jumping off the top of the ladder.
Well, his match at the beginning, that was a solid match for a Raw. That whole Miz Morrison, the night before before TLC,
yeah.
It was entertaining for what it was, but
right, absolutely.
You might as well be having Chris Jericho and MJF have dinner together.
Right, 100%. They missed the bar there. 100%. I agree. So,
but yeah, Sheamus lost to AJ in that opening match.
Yeah,
you saw that. You saw that coming.
Yeah, he did.
AJ's not going to lose before he goes to TLC.
Oh.
It was an okay. I mean, like I said, it was a good match for a Raw, but I wouldn't. Didn't. Oh my God, I have to watch that match.
Right.
It's not my match of the year.
No. And see, I remember when Raw used to have matches of the year all the time, and
yeah,
it's just not it. That's not doing it.
Hurt Business versus Street Profits and Jeff Hardy. It was a fun match, but Hurt Business.
Yeah. Hurt Business has no business, in my opinion. I mean, come on.
Yeah, Hurt Business. Yeah.
I mean, that's one of those.
I will say that Cedric Alexander is pretty tough.
He is, but that reminded me. That's when I was watching that show. There's another guy, MVP, that needs to go home.
Go away.
I mean, and in my opinion, he needs to go away faster than some of the other guys need to go away.
I mean, honestly, guys, and if you're taking in-ring stuff away, if you're taking a roster spot away from an individual, who deserves it. Like, I hope to God that a roster spot, like as far as like for I'm just gonna throw like Sting out there. I hope they're using him just as that character, and we'll get to that on about what he did on Wednesday. I hope he doesn't take a roster spot away from someone else.
Right.
Take a match time away from someone else.
Right.
And I don't, and MVP really isn't doing that. He's kind of like a Jake Roberts or a Taz at this point for MVP.
Right.
But if he starts competing like he did later on against Matt Riddle,
right,
what's the point in that match? There's no point.
Right on. I agree. But no, that I will say this: the Raw tag team division is. I don't know. It's just the brand is not doing good, and I'll be honest with you. I wonder, you see Moxley headed over to AEW. Sure, his contract ran out, but guess what? He probably didn't like where it was going, so he's leaving.
Creative just sucks.
Yeah, basically, creative for WWE sucks until you get to NXT.
Well, that you have the people in creative for NXT. You're talking Triple H,
right?
Shawn Michaels. Who else is over there in NXT? But they have like all the Attitude Era guys. I think Road Dogg Jesse James is a booker.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of the guys that were elite talents that during the Attitude Era running that show, and it definitely shows because they're producing the best content on all three shows we talk about.
Right.
They have the best program in all of wrestling right now, in my opinion. Because in my opinion, they're a better show than Raw.
Absolutely, 100%.
I don't watch enough SmackDown really to know what's going on over there. That's why I know Roman's the champion and he has a TLC match with Kevin Owens. That's all I know. That's all I care to know about.
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
But yeah,
What else happened on Monday?
Lana beat Nia.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess it was a fluke win. Like Lana rolled Nia up and like pinned her, like a small package kind of deal, and it looked really botched from it.
Right. That's another. I don't know. Lana, I heard she got taken off the TLC match or something like that.
Okay.
So and Nia Jax, you got Nia Jax, a beast, and you got I don't know. She just the women's division again. SmackDown has a much stronger women's division, I believe. I do watch SmackDown. SmackDown has a lot better women's division. I don't know if it's how do you use your talent? What storylines you're going to put them in? And I'll get to. I mean, we're not doing SmackDown, but we're going to do TLC, and I'll get to the TLC. My frustration. I just read something. I'm so frustrated about that. What they're going to do in TLC, but
Well, have they said who's going to be Asuka's tag team partner?
No, I don't know. I'll look that up.
Because it's a question mark when I looked it up earlier.
Who is Asuka's tag team partner in TLC?
Because I looked it up earlier and there wasn't anything. Well, the strongest women's division right now, in my opinion, is on NXT.
Right.
I mean, you have Shotzi, you have Candice LeRae, you have Io Shirai, you have Rhea Ripley, you have that big broad that helps Candice LeRae or
I have no idea. I don't know if it's going to be Peyton Royce, maybe.
There was some, like I heard Dana Brooke. I heard Mandy Rose.
Yeah, I don't know. So, but anyways. What else happened on Monday Night Raw?
Jackson Riker and Elias. Jackson Riker disappeared for a while over those those tweets that he had supporting like he sent out he tweeted out something about it was a racist tweet, and
Oh, really?
he got told to go home.
Oh, wow. Know that.
Um, but I guess they're kind of paired together. Jackson Ranker's acting um like a bodyguard kind of deal for him.
Okay.
Um,
Just like that dumbass for AJ Styles.
well, he's phenomenal.
Yeah, yeah. He's a joke.
He is a phenomenal one.
He's a joke. Sorry about your hat.
I got the.
So basically, do you know how the show ended? I didn't watch Monday Night Raw, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Mick Morrison had a handicap match against Keith Lee. They won, surprise, surprise, because Keith Lee's going back down to developmental.
Right. Now I will agree with that. I've seen a lot of his matches. He's almost out there just looking like he's standing still.
He is as green as a Christmas tree.
He is. Absolutely 100%.
He was brought up way too fast because he had that one moment with Roman Reigns at the Rumble, and everyone's like, oh my God, I gotta bring him out now.
Right, right.
Well, he needed to develop more. He wasn't in NXT for long enough. And
right.
And then Shayna Baszler Dana Brooke won that one, and because Shayna got DQ'd. Then McIntyre AJ promo at the end.
That was a good promo. It was. It
was, but it was kind of
thrown together, pieced together, it seemed like to me.
It was thrown together. It didn't seem like it was like.
It was like Vince was in the back going, oh shit, I need to put something up there. It has to be with Drew McIntyre. Yeah. Oh, here we go. So.
Well.
Where do you want to go next?
We'll go into the next. Let's go AEW next.
Okay.
And really, there was only like 3 things that stood out to me about AEW. Sting bailed out Cody from getting his ass kicked again.
Yeah, Team Taz shows up and was gonna show up after Rhodes, beat Angelico.
Pulls out his bat and pointed it at Taz.
Taz retreats.
We gotta get out of here.
Yeah. I hope that AEW sooner than later does more with him. He needs to come out. Coming out with a bat and looking at each other with the bat, and that's cool. If you're a Sting fan, that's cool. But he needs to be either A, on the mic more, or B, beating some ass.
Oh yeah, he needs to. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be getting physical. I just hope he doesn't go and have tons of matches, because I think that would ruin his legacy.
You think so?
Yeah, because when you're I gotta find out how old Sting is.
50-something.
How old is Sting? He's 61 years old.
Oh, 60? Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't need to be in matches. At 61 years, he just doesn't need to.
Right.
You might as well say, all right, we'll sign Undertaker for a one-time, one-off, and let him wrestle.
Right.
No, just let him do what Sting does. Put butts in seats, come out, do a Stinger splash, go woo, and then let him walk away. But unfortunately, I think that's what Tony Khan has in mind for him. I think he's going to be an Arn Anderson, where he's just there because he's Arn Anderson. He's just there because he's Sting.
You think you're going to end up managing somebody then?
It might be going and putting him with Darby, because he seems to have really taken on a liking to Darby.
Yeah. Sure has. But before that, I guess, yeah, Sting came. Okay. The start of the night was that Taz, Brian Cage, Ricky Starks, and Will Hobbs had that tag team match with VSK. That's a stupid match.
Which match was that?
That was the one with Brian Cage and Ricky Starks with Will Hobbs at the beginning. I just want to touch on the fact that Taz is another one that you were talking about Sting. Taz, I don't know. He's in the same. Hopefully they'll use him. Hopefully they'll use Sting the same way as a manager. My opinion. But Brian Cage, probably one of the biggest dudes I've ever seen on that show. He's huge, you know?
Yeah, him and Lance Archer, that would be a hell of a match.
Yeah, I mean, so why don't you just, take that faction with Taz. You got Brian Cage, and you got that, Hobbs and Starks. Right? Hobbs and Starks would be a great tag team. Break them apart and use that. You know, I think, I just think there's wasted talent. I think they're let them branch out. I mean, I know that Brian Cage had a match with Moxley and he couldn't hold his shorts, but I think they need to put up, because Cage is huge. He's a big dude. There's no reason why he can't have some kind of storyline where they use him in a good way. But anyway, that's my thoughts on those guys. I think they're using them wrong. Did you see that cute little Brandy Rhodes, Cody Rhodes segment where?
Oh yeah.
They're having a baby.
He got shook up. He saw that video and he started getting a little.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess the first match was that. Now I think about it, was that Matt Hardy tag team match. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
With Hangman. No.
Yeah. Again, you're using Matt Hardy.
That's the guy that they're missing the boat on a lot, I think.
Matt Hardy?
Hangman,
yeah.
They're not, in my opinion, they're not doing anything with them.
Right. What else you got?
I think,
then they have that 12-man tag team match.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good spots in that match. Good overall match. But you could tell that there were seasoned people in there. There were not seasoned people in there. Missed stuff. The top flyers look so sloppy. They look bad. You know, so my thoughts when I was watching that match, I was thinking about with Kenny Omega and his dumbass guy, or what's his name? Don Callis, yeah. When they're taking their stuff to Impact Wrestling. Maybe Tony Khan, maybe he's doing this or not, but maybe they need to take some of these people like the top flyers where they missed a lot. I don't know if you watched that match closely, but there's a lot of spots they missed. Maybe they can go bring them to Impact and to tone their skills and then come back up to the big show. What's your thoughts?
Yeah.
So that was my thoughts on that 12 take. You know, it was a good one, high flying, but there's some spots that were missed.
The match itself, the one with SCU and that other tag team, whatever their name is. The intro was kind of fun because he comes out all rapping and
right, that was cool.
And Frankie Kazarian responds with his battle rap kind of deal.
Yeah.
And really, after that, I lost interest, to be honest with you. I lost interest, and I was like, all right, this is kind of just another blah kind of show until the final match.
Yeah.
Kenny's one of those talents, and I've said this a lot, that he elevates someone to the next level. Like, he took a absolute garbage individual in Joey Janela and made him look fantastic in that match. I mean, Joey Janela shouldn't be on a program. He is a trash bag wrestler, or whatever, garbage bag wrestler, or whatever you want to call him. I'm not a Joey Janela fan.
Right. My only take on that, it was a good match. You're right. Kenny Omega helped put over individuals that needed to be put over. But I was like watching it, and when Callis gave Omega the microphone, I was like, "This is ridiculous. That is so dumb." Now I like the Kenny Omega. I like the Kenny Omega where they're going with it. I like his character. I think it's cool. I think it's awesome with Don Callis and him invading Impact and winning all these titles everywhere. I get the point. I get that. But keep the microphone away from the person until the match is over. Then let him talk. I don't need commentary with him walking around. It just made it look stupid. It pull out these cheap cookie sheets and beat him up with a cookie sheet. And then put the one-wing angles on him and done. That, I guess what I'm saying is the microphone talking should have been left out of that segment. Don Callis, fine. If you want to walk around the ring with a microphone and you talk, Don, great. Don, keep it up, Don. But I was waiting for AEW to mute his mic and Tony Khan coming out, but that didn't happen. He was very disrespectful to Jim Ross. I hope Jim Ross beats him up with a cowboy hat. That'd be cool. But
good old JR won't put up with that. He will whoop your ass.
I was waiting for that to happen, but Kenny Omega wins, and then it got cool. Then it got cool because Pac comes out. And
I was waiting for Jim Ross to go, listen here, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. But no, Pac comes out with Phoenix, and I remember
that's that New Year's bash, isn't it?
Yeah, I remember you saying something about that when Omega and during that tournament to be in the championship match with Moxley, that he never lost. Phoenix never lost.
Yeah, because Ray Phoenix wasn't able to wrestle for some reason.
So I liked it. Tony Khan booked it. December 30th. Phoenix never really lost them. December 30th. The bash. I don't know. I think it's too soon to take the belt off Mox or off Omega. But who knows?
They won't put it on Ray Phoenix.
You don't think so?
There's no way. There's no way.
Right, and I know, but it was a cool ending. But before we go into your show, NXT, I've been starting to watch Impact because of the Omega thing. And to be quite honest, the only thing that really was cool on the Omega thing is when it almost looked like the Bullet Club was going to reform, because you had the Good Boys or whatever their names, whoever they're called. Yeah. Anyways, they showed up and they all celebrated with Omega after their win. That's cool. I don't know. Maybe Impact's going to blow up. Other than that, I watched a little bit of Moose calls out Willie Mack for Genesis and the pay-per-view I Quit match. There are talks that Omega needs to go away from Impact because is he corrupting Impact? I don't know. I think he's doing a good job at Impact. I'd like to see Maybe he's gonna be the guy that wins all the titles. I don't know. So, but Impact was not very good. So
yeah, Impact is I'd say it's just not a very good show.
no,
Like um I think this was what you were talking about right here.
yeah, yep, that's it.
That's from Carl Anderson's Instagram.
All right,
Um, I think that's something that honestly Vince missed the boat on because he had Finn, who was the creator of Bullet Club, and he had Carl Anderson, who was the second creator, and Luke Gallows also. But
we got one viewer, YouTube. Yay.
it might have been me.
No. What did Daddy buy today? Nothing. Thanks for joining. What did Daddy buy?
No.
I'll let you start with NXT.
Well, that card for being just a normal show was the best of the week.
Yeah.
You had Gargano and Austin Theory versus Kushida and Leo Ruff or Leon Ruff. Kushida, I'm telling you, 2021, if they don't push him to maybe a North American title shot
Right.
or something like that, they're missing the boat on that kid. He's amazing. I think he's gonna do a lot of good things. That was a great match. A lot of again, it was three guys. Well, all four of them can get around the ring and just fly around and do the moves that like with the best of them.
Right. And I think NXT is doing a wonderful job because they are protecting him, Kushida. They're putting him in spots. He looks good. He looks unstoppable, And I think that's a great way. I think that's what like AEW and NXT and Raw and SmackDown should start doing. They're protecting their kids coming up, and the ones that they know are going to be great. And you're right. I think they'll miss the boat if they don't push Kushida somehow.
The next match was Ciampa, your boy Tommaso,
Uh huh.
against Tyler Rust, and Rust is a student of Timothy Thatcher and Timothy Thatcher's School of Wrestling.
Gotcha.
And before that match even started, Ciampa got a steel chair and set it at ringside and brushed it off for him and says, if your boy Timothy wants to come out and watch, I got a front row seat.
Yeah. I just think that
match
match.
is a badass.
Ciampa is a badass. I think that match went too long. Get to the point. You got the Thatcher Ciampa feud going on. So I don't know. I think they went too long with that match, in my opinion.
Because Tyler Rust is not anyone really. I mean, if you think about it.
Right, I agree.
The next match was O'Reilly and Dunn versus O'Reilly versus Dunn for the number one contender match.
That was solid.
That was the match. That was number one for sure. The right person won, I believe.
Right.
Because get O'Reilly versus Finn, part 2.
Right.
And if you go back and watch that first O'Reilly Finn match, it will be on our match of the year.
That's when it got busted open, wasn't it?
That's when O'Reilly that's when Finn broke his jaw.
Yeah.
It was when O'Reilly, I think, separated ribs
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. It's just possibly the most hard hitting match of all the whole year. And O'Reilly, so you get O'Reilly Finn Part 2, which is going to be fun.
I would like to see the Dunn versus Finn Balor sometime in 2021 as well. I think that guy, he's good. He's good. I don't know how they're going to work that out, but that'd be awesome to see that as well.
That Killer Cross or Karrion Cross, they are building him up. That's the next segment.
Yeah.
Karrion Cross is getting built up to be an absolute monster again.
Right.
Because they fed him some Punk that's developmental talent, and he just ripped him up. I mean, I think that was the weakest match of the whole card. And then Tony Storm, Rhea Ripley. Wow.
That was a good match.
Talked earlier about.
Go back to the your Cross and Theory match. Or Troy match. Who was the chick that came in at the end?
With Theory or
with Cross? Who's that girl? Who's the girl that's hanging out with him?
That is his wife.
Is it? All right.
That let me check. I'll check that here.
And while he's checking that, I just wanted to go back to the old O'Reilly Dunn match. I think it's important that Dunn faces Finn Balor sometime somewhere. That makes it, that gives Balor a chance to prove he didn't get lucky in escaping O'Reilly, that he can wrestle, that he's a good dude. So I think it's important that he does face Dunn at one time, O'Reilly once or somewhere around in 2021. But
yeah, her name's Scarlett Bordeaux.
Okay, is that his wife?
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, I totally agree. I think Finn needs to hold on to the NXT championship for a while. And he needs to go and defend it against O'Reilly and beat him.
Yeah.
It would make no sense to have Kyle O'Reilly with the strap. It would make no sense. And then he needs to go on to the next pay-per-view. I think you have him until the next takeover.
Yeah.
As champion.
I agree.
And then you let him and Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne's new look is. I wish he would just get rid of that whole breaking of the fingers thing. I think that's. That, in my opinion,
yeah,
it's the same thing. That belongs over in ROH.
Right.
Take that to your Saturday morning cartoon stuff. No. That's not a.
Right on. I agree.
But yeah, I guess it's that's it for the week in wrestling. Should probably make some room on the couch for our special guest that he's going to join us on Monday and talk TLC when it's over.
Cool. Hey, man, I want to give a teaser. I live in Florida, and there's a couple things happening over here. Indie wrestling. There's a show over in this Saturday over in Daytona Beach. House of Pain, I think, is what it is over there. NAWA. And then I have another person. There's a wrestling show in Fort Walton Beach on the 16th of January. And Matt, that's all I'm going to say to the fans. Matt, I'll call you after this, and I'll let you know who's there. And I've been talking back and forth with both of those indie wrestling programs, and if you don't mind, we might chat with some of those guys on our show.
That's quite all right.
So I'm just
I'm going to call a quick time out for a second. I got to go with our special guest and get him ready.
All right.
And I'll be right back.
So yeah, folks, I think we're gonna gear up to give the TLC predictions, if you will. Some of my predictions are probably gonna be different than my bros and my nephew's predictions, but see what happens. On a side note, anybody out there, I do some card break openings, some Pokemon card openings. I do some. I got some wrestling cards. I don't know if anybody's interested in doing a wrestling break. Open a box. If you're interested in doing that, let me know in the comments below. If you're watching for the first time, subscribe. Watch for Pokemon breaks. I know it's a wrestling show, but watch for Pokemon card openings. But yeah, anybody want to open a box? I got this box of Topps Finest. We can open up at a later date. I get cards all the time. Check out collectorcorner.com. Collector, capital K for corner.com. I'll probably write it in the comments.
All right. Well, we got ourselves a special guest, and hold on a second here.
The intro. Let's hear it.
He wants the intro to be heard. Of course, we got a commercial. We got a commercial break brought to you by McDonald's.
Adam Cole, baby!
What's up? What's up, Andrew?
So,
Hi.
What's going on? You gonna give us your
we
thoughts?
got ourselves TLC. TLC this Sunday. I guess we can start with that Hurt Business versus New Day match.
We're just gonna have Andrew give his predictions, or are we gonna give our predictions?
All three of us can do our predictions.
All right.
You go first, Uncle Scott.
Hurt Business, New Day, and who?
Hurt Business versus the New Day.
It's the New Day. All the way, man. New Day. Because they are the New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks.
Yeah.
What's up? That's my pick.
Yeah. Is that who you're picking?
Now you go.
Well, see, I have a theory. I have a big theory. I see, as much as I hate the Hurt Business, they're going to win, and there's going to be a new member of the Hurt Business.
Who?
Big E.
Big E.
They've been announcing that and saying that forever, that Big E's going to turn on the New Day.
That would be the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, I'm not gonna change my pick because I'd like to see the New Day win. So I think you're right though. What's your pick, Andrew?
I don't know. Like, I don't like the Hurt Business. I like the New Day, but I feel like they should all break up. Like, just break up.
Be done.
Yeah, like we have the New Day just break up. They've all been attacking for how long?
Right.
a lot of years.
Right. So I think your dad's on the right path. I think I'm gonna say the New Day, but I think your dad with the Hurt Business, Big E interfering. Yeah, I think so. I have to be different.
Next up we got Banks versus Carmella.
Ooh, I think I know who should be the new champion. Carmella.
No.
Sasha Banks had it for how long?
The boss, bro. The boss. Come on now.
Sasha Banks.
I got Sasha Banks. I got Sasha.
Carmella.
How do you, dude? How do you bring some hot-looking chick into the wrestling for 3 weeks and make her champion? No.
Yeah, you can't do that.
The boss, Sasha Banks.
Then we'll skip over that one. Nia and Shayna versus Asuka and whoever.
Ooh.
Nia and them are the champions right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Nia and Shayna retain. Asuka's the champ on Raw, right?
Yeah.
They're not gonna have her be tag champ, and it just doesn't make sense.
Unless they do.
Right. I think you're gonna. They went to this angle with who's the partner of Asuka. I think it's gonna be somebody like Charlotte Flair. And I believe Asuka and Charlotte Flair win it. They win the title, or Asuka and whoever wins the title.
They're gonna keep the straps on Nia and them, I think.
Okay. What about you, Andrew?
I think Nia and Shayna will win, but I got a good feeling I know who. Well, I think Asuka and them will win. Asuka and the mystery partner will win, but I think I have a good idea of who the mystery partner will be.
Bring it. Who is it?
Who's it gonna be?
I think we're gonna see the return of, well, not the return, but like Charlotte Flair haven't been wrestling, so I think Charlotte wrestling since a long while. So I think Charlotte Flair will win.
I think so.
Charlotte Flair and Asuka if they tag.
Fist bump it, man. Fist bump. We agree. Boom.
Guess we can go into the Inferno match.
Okay, stop.
What is Inferno?
Stop. Dudes, I want to drive down to Orlando, knock on Vince's door, and say, "Really?
Really?
You're gonna make an Inferno match? Are you kidding me? How stupid is that gonna be?"
Well, the Inferno match is only the second Inferno match ever.
Yeah, but I hope the last. I don't know.
It's predictable on who's going to win. In my opinion, it's going to be Randy Orton.
Yeah.
I think the smart thing to do is to have Randy Orton win. I think he will win. I just don't like the new stipulation being an Inferno match. I just read that before we came on live, and I'm like, are you kidding me? That's about the dumbest thing.
What is Inferno match?
It's the rings on fire around the. Remember that Undertaker came?
Oh yeah, that was the first ever one.
Yeah, it's the only one that they've ever had.
I don't know. I say Randy Orton.
I think that's kind of a dumb match. Inferno match, really? And it's gonna be at TLC. What the heck?
At least it's not a Firefly Funhouse match.
I was hoping, yes.
That John Cena one just like sucked.
Yeah. And see, a lot of people are saying that because they made that stipulation. They hope it wasn't like that John Cena one where Bray Wyatt brought back all John Cena's disappointments, and then John Cena disappeared. Remember that?
Yeah.
I hope they don't do that.
Yeah.
I just don't.
This is the timeline of Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. Okay, Randy Orton back in. Remember a guy. He was NXT, or he was Nexus. His name was Husky Harris.
Yes.
That was Bray Wyatt.
Okay, yeah.
Orton punted Bray Wyatt, or Husky Harris, in the head. He went away for a while. He came back as Bray Wyatt.
Right.
He went and he burnt down Bray Wyatt's Sister Abigail.
He comes back as a Fiend.
Now he's a Fiend. And
maybe he'll burn him up and be done with him. He needs to leave.
Bray's a heck of a talent. Vince missed the boat on him.
Yeah, I think so.
Because they should have built him up as like the new Undertaker. But anyway, but I'm gonna go Orton wins that Inferno match.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. This is kind of hard because the Fiend once again haven't lost for a while. Haven't lost for a while. And then Randy Orton also haven't lost for a while, so I would like to see them though battle in that match. So, but I think the winner will be Randy Orton. Just have someone finally beat the Fiend.
Well,
no one else beat the Fiend.
Then we have the first of 2 TLC matches. Roman and Kevin Owens.
I already know who's gonna win.
You know Roman's gonna win.
Yeah, he's not gonna lose the title at the end of the month, end of like the year, 2020.
No.
My guess is he's good.
The Usos will get involved in that one, and
yep.
Yeah, and then who was KO's partner last time?
I mean, I don't know.
Elias, I think. No, he's on Raw.
But there's no way you're going to put Kevin Owens. You're not going to give him the strap. There's no way that's going to happen. Well, he might win via disqualification. And I hope to God Miz doesn't cash in his somehow cash in his Money in the Bank.
Won't, because that happens in the main event.
Okay.
So I promised you, and this is, I can see it happening. The writing's on the wall. So we all agree that Roman's going to win that one.
Yes.
We'll move to the Drew versus AJ match. AJ Styles will win with help from that almost. Then, awesome comes down because AJ is all different shades of screwed over.
Yeah.
And Miz will slide in and pin. It's just the way things work.
And I'm going to be so pissed because neither does AJ Styles need to be beating Drew McIntyre, and neither does we do not need to be putting the Miz. He might as well get in the back of the line with Sting and all them bros that need to leave wrestling. Go to your show. Go to your USA show, Miz and whoever you're married to, and go there and be done. There's no reason for him to have the strap. There is none.
Well, here's the thing with I think between if I'm going to put it on anybody other than Drew McIntyre, out of the 3 people that'll be involved in that match is AJ.
Yeah.
AJ's the only one that should be the champion.
Oh.
I
don't know. But you're right. I think somehow, some way, Miz will cash in and he'll win the belt.
Yeah.
Now, here's what, as far as this is my mode of booking, since we know The Rock's not coming back because his schedule won't allow it for WrestleMania.
Yep.
I don't think you want to put Big E in with McIntyre at WrestleMania, so I doubt that he shouldn't win the Rumble.
Right.
I think, and just hear me out on this one.
Sure. Hear me out.
Probably hear that a lot, don't you, Andrew?
I think Sheamus wins the Royal Rumble.
Oh.
Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre at Mania.
How's McIntyre going to get the title back after he loses it to The Miz?
I say Sheamus loses like at a couple next pay-per-views, and then someone else wins, and then maybe Drew McIntyre gets his belt back.
Is that our prediction? That's our prediction. So Miz coming in for to cash in.
Yeah, I think we're all kind of.
I'll agree.
Yeah, too predictable.
Too predictable.
But also, one thing I want to say is that why don't you have like in the Royal Rumble when the Sheamus wins, if Sheamus even does win against Drew McIntyre, I'm just saying maybe earlier on, maybe the couple more months, like 10 or 5 months later, Sheamus loses the title, and then a month later, Drew McIntyre and Sheamus team up, form a team. Now, because this would be an awesome tag team finisher. One side, Drew McIntyre come up like on the back, and then start like about to claymore him, and then also Sheamus comes up on the front, and then Bro kicks him.
That'd be effective with Ready to cue our music, Matt?
What?
Ready to cue our music? Say bye and farewell.
Of course, an ad.
Thanks for joining us, Andrew.
You're welcome. Ad.
So until Monday, we must bid you adieu, goodbye, mwah, and good night. Bang!
Later, guys.